Hello, Cupcakes! We had a snowstorm here, but still I went to the comic book store because I am dedicated to this shit. And I got a lot of books, but I got the two FOMO books of the week. This is my second copy of Dark, and this is my first copy of Cover A of White Sky. That's the new image book everybody's going gaga over about. In my hands, this is $150. Can you believe it? It's crazy. The comic book market is sometimes just crazy. The FOMO. This is $100 raw copy, not even CGC, not even graded, just a raw copy selling for $100. This thing is selling for $40. So, I mean, just check out the video, guys. I have no words. All right, guys, we've got some DC, we've got Marvel, we've got Image, so let's dive in. So again, the FOMO book of the week is White Sky by William Harms and John Paul Mabinga and Lee Loridge, who's the only guy who's the colorist. That's the only guy I know. So what this is about this guy David and his daughter Violet. And apparently they're in a post-apocalyptic world. There is a white sky, which basically has taken over the world. Everything is dying. So they're in the Bay Area, as you can see. So it's just them surviving, and so you've got and they're just surviving, and basically something is hunting out there. So you have the supernatural creatures, ghosts in this world, like the game Death Stranding, and you've got the human element. You've got some bad guys who are trying to like butcher and kill each other. So, and it's basically the story about their survival, right? That's what it is. And they don't give you like what the supernatural element is and how did it come to be, but then you get a lot of action. You get some good artwork by Jean Paul, and you get like a decent story. So from a setup issue perspective, I think this is perfect. Did it like deliver like the punch and the kick and you're like, I'm like, amazing, what did I just read, oh my god, it blew my mind? No, this is not what it is. It's like a 3 out of 5. I would rate it if I had to do rating. It's not bad, right? But then, like you said, they're these spirit creatures, if you see, and Violet has to save herself from the spirit creature, and she does like the oldest supernatural trick with the salt circle and everything to protect herself. And it is fun. It was fun. I will probably check out issue 2. I'm curious enough. But again, this is, if you like games like Last of Us or something, this is a total book for you. Anyway, that's my first book. I'm glad I got a copy. A lot of people didn't get a copy either. So that is White Sky for you. Okay, next we've got G.I. Joe issue number 19 by Joshua Williamson and Andrea Molina. So this one is continuing post Dreadnought War. So in the Dreadnought War, again, once it was over, Duke discovered that Clutch's Jeep was actually a transformer. And basically because what Duke feels about Transformers, he doesn't like them. He doesn't like the robots who basically killed one of his best friends. And it's basically a confrontation between Clutch and him. Clutch trying to convince him that not all these robots are bad. But Duke is like, no, they're all bad. And that's where this goes. And that's a significant part of the book, right? So yeah. But anyway, G.I. Joe's been amazing, kicking ass and taking names. Issue number 19, probably better than Transformers a little bit more. I like this a little bit more. Again, Lee Loridge makes a return. He's doing the coloring, but that's G.I. Joe issue number 19 for you. Okay, the next one is Exquisite Corpses issue 10. This is Jordi Belair, James Tynion IV. And again, this is like, again, as I've mentioned it multiple times, this is basically set in a small town where all these rich families, they pick and choose an assassin. And they're like, I think 12 of these assassins, like the Fox Mask Killer and a couple of others. And they have to do like an all-out battle. And the one who survives controls America, right? And this is on issue number 10. So as you can see, a lot of these assassins have now they've been taken out of the equation. So you're left with like Lone Gunman, he's gone. So you've got the pretty boy who's still left. You've got Lady Carolina, who's probably missing. She's my favorite, by the way. You've got the Fox Mask Killer, and you've got Rascal Randy. So they've done this is kind of like a DCKO, but on a smaller scale. So, I think this is the big thing in comics these days, to do all these like graphics and fighting and everything. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It is good. Issue number 10, Exquisite Corpses. Tiny Onion for the win. All right, let's jump on to DC. For DC, we've got the new Kyle Starks book. This is DC Vertigo title of Kyle Starks. So Kyle Starks did like the Peacemaker series for DC, which was phenomenal. If you haven't read it, please read it. This one is called End of Life. I am not very sure on the solicitations, but what I know is that this dude is an assassin, and and apparently he kills people, as you can see, so many dead bodies and stuff. He's like a hitman, and then I guess he gets into the other side of the equation, where from being a hitman he becomes the guy who's hunted, kind of like John Wick, but with a red suit. So yeah, that's what Kyle Stark does, like these dark and satirical stuff. Like that's his wheelhouse. So he does it like phenomenally. And the art, I'm not sure who is done the art. It's Steve Pugh. So Steve Pugh, yeah, he's been a good artist, and he's also a veteran. So you get good art and a good story, man. And Kyle Starks never disappoints. So I hope this is a brand new start, and I hope I enjoy this, because I want to like read this. I want Kyle Starks to succeed in life. I want him to be one of the best guys. Every Kyle Starks book I've read, I've never been disappointed. So I'm hoping nothing but the best from this also. But that's end of life for you guys. All right. Next, we have the big one from DC. This is Absolute Batman issue number 19, or not 19, 17. I can't read anymore. So anyway, so this is Scott Snyder. The art is by not Nick Dragota, it's Eric Kante. So he does the fill-in art. So initially when I was like looking at this, I was like, this is not Nick Dragota art, so the art probably suffers. But as in when I started reading it, I was like, yeah, no, I like this art. Like, so as you can see, like Poison Ivy has taken over a giant size skyscraper here, and she's got all her botanical stuff there. And then out comes Batman combined with Chainsaw Man. So he's like Bat Chainsaw Man. He comes with his like dual wielding blades, and he's like rips apart everything. It is bombastic. It is action packed. It is everything you need from comic books. And that is what Absolute Batman is. And that is what Absolute Batman delivers. And that is why this is the best selling comic of 2025. So, and there's no contender. This is so good. But basically, Pamela Isley here is shown as she's a young woman. Her mother is sick, and basically what she's trying to do is find a cure for her. And that's where the story is going. And Batman, obviously she chooses a nefarious way to do it, and Batman has to come and burn everything out. But it's part 1 of the storyline. So Seventh Kingdom part 1. So it is continuing. So this is probably the next arc. But that is Absolute Batman issue number 17 for you. Poison Ivy. It also features the first appearance of another character, but I'm not going to spoil that for you. Okay. I also jumped into 3 Marvel books. So this is Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, which is leading to Armageddon. This is probably my cover of the week. This is drawn by Chip Zdarsky. And I have been reading Captain America by Zdarsky digitally. I've been enjoying it. I bought the first issue, but I never dove in, like I didn't think too much of it. I did read it digitally. I read all the 6 issues, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So, and he's building up to this thing called Armageddon. I think it's going to be a Wolverine and a Captain America centric event. So I was like, okay, this is a new Wolverine book. I haven't read Wolverine in quite some time. And so, yeah, why the hell not, man? So there you go. And the artwork looks amazing. So the art basically appealed to me. The cover appealed to me, and that's the reason why I bought it. So Luca Maresca. So not familiar with his work, but yeah, he does I think the artwork looks clean and it looks nice. So that's the reason why I got it. Anyway, I'll read it, let you know how it is. This is Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, issue number 1. This one is a pure cover buy for me. This is X-Men 25. I like magic. I love magic. So I just bought the cover because I really like it. And this is a Luciano Vecchio cover. So I follow her on IG. Her art is sublime. And magic is one of my favorite X characters. So that's the reason why I got it. I have no clue what's going on in Jed McKay's X-Men, but this Juggernaut. So it's the same team. The art looks fine still. So I'm going to dive into it, see if I still like X-Men or, and if not, then at least I have a cool cover, right? So that's X-Men for you. And last but not the least, we've got Ultimate Spider-Man issue 24. So Ultimate Spider-Man, I've got like a kind of a love-hate relationship with. When it started, I was in love with it. I praised the book and I was like, okay, this is the best thing ever. There's Chichetto, there's Hickman, and they're doing fantastic job. Somewhere in the middle around issue 10 and 12, it became Amazing Speaking Man for me because there was so much dialogue in it and almost no action that I was like, okay, what the hell is this and what is this book for? So then somewhere around issue 13 or something, when he goes to like Craven's Island or something, I kind of fell out. And this is the last issue of it. So I'm going to read this and then see if, I want to read the whole thing collected or not. But they had something good here. Like, I don't know, but they couldn't capitalize on it, is what I feel. It's not like terrible or absolutely atrocious or something. But they could have made it something like the best thing ever but they couldn't capitalize, in my opinion. Anyway, hopefully they land the last issue and the landing, and if not, at least it is what it is. It's still one of the best Spider-Man books of 2025 and 2026 out there. So anyway, that's all I have. That's all I got, guys. I will catch you in the next one. If you have any comments or questions, please leave a comment, like the video and subscribe. And we have an Instagram channel too that's been blowing up. So please go and like the Cupcakes Instagram. The video links and everything are in the description. Follow Taylor Talks Comics, follow Paperback Dan, and all these books were bought at my local comic book store. The information for them is also in the description of the video. All right, catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you.